Total Pro Sports presents 9 Most Impressive Peyton Manning Records. As you may have heard, Peyton Manning joined the ultra-exclusive 500 Touchdowns Club in 2014, which is kind of a big deal. The only other member is some guy named Brett Favre. And when you add this to all the other Peyton Manning records, you can make a pretty strong case that he is, in fact, the GOAT, i.e., greatest of all time. Today, for those of you who might be interested in making such a case, we bring you this list ranking the most impressive Peyton Manning records. Number 9. Most 4,000-yard seasons, 14. A lot of records aren't really records at all. Many involve drawing an arbitrary line and saying anything above this is good. Such is the case with this one. I don't know who decided that 4,000 yards is the benchmark for a great season, and Peyton Manning has way more 4,000-yard seasons than anybody else. He sits at the top of the list with 14. Trailing him are Drew Brees that has 9, Tom Brady that has 7, Favre, Marino, Rivers, they all have 6, Rodgers has 5, and then there is Manning, Moon, Palmer, Roethlisberger, Romo, Ryan, and Stafford, and they all have 4. Number 8. Single-season fourth-quarter comebacks, 7. Speaking of that other Manning, it just so happens that Peyton shares the record for most fourth-quarter comebacks in a single season with his little brother Eli. Of course, Peyton not only did it first, he did it twice. Once in 2008 and again in 2009, both times with the Colts. However, 2 of Eli's record 7 fourth-quarter comebacks in 2011 came in the playoffs, including Super Bowl 46 against the Patriots. And that's kind of impressive too. Number 7. Most consecutive games with at least 4 touchdown passes, 5. Here's another one of those records based on subjective assessments of what constitutes good. Is 4 touchdowns good? Absolutely, but so is 3 or 5. Why focus on consecutive games with 4 touchdowns? Because it fits our narrative. Duh. Seriously though, throwing 4 touchdowns in consecutive games is really hard to do. Peyton leads the way with 5. October 31st through November 25th, 2004, straight 4 touchdown games. After that, there's Dan Marino with 4 and Drew Brees with 3. That's it. Number 6. Most games with perfect passer rating, 4. Passer rating may seem like a concrete stat, but it, too, is arbitrary. For example, to qualify, you have to attempt at least 10 passes, why not 15, and a completion rate of 77.5%. Why not 76.5%? So while a perfect passer rating has a specific number attached to it, 158.3, not all perfect passing games are the same. That being said, all perfect passing games are great even if they're not equally great. And Peyton Manning's 4 perfect games are more than any other quarterback in NFL history. After him, it's Kurt Warner and Ben Roethlisberger, with 3 and 4 others with 2. That's it for multiple perfect games. Number 5. Most consecutive regular season wins as a starter, 23. Now here's an impressive stat that is not arbitrary. What's the most games you won in a row as a starter? For Peyton Manning, the answer is an insane 23. Of course, he didn't win the Super Bowl either of those years, nor did the Colts go undefeated. But in 23 straight regular season games that Peyton Manning started, the Colts didn't lose. That's not nothing. Number 4. Single-season passing yards, 5,477. Now we're getting to the big ones. In 2013, Peyton Manning beat the all-time single-season passing yards record set by Drew Brees in 2011 on the last day of the season by 1 yard. Of course, that wasn't the only major all-time record Manning broke in 2013. Number 3. Single-season passing touchdowns, 55. On the second-last game of the 2013 season, Peyton Manning tied Tom Brady's single-season touchdown record with a brilliant strike to Eric Decker. Then in the same game, he broke that record, throwing his 51st touchdown of the season to Julius Thomas. Number 2. Most NFL MVP awards, 5. Joe Montana, Steve Young, Kurt Warner, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers have all won the NFL MVP award 2 times. Jim Brown, Johnny Unitas, and Brett Favre all won it 3 times. Peyton Manning, 5. 5 times has he been voted the best player in the NFL. That is nuts. And number 1, career passing touchdowns, 530. At the time of this video, Peyton Manning has 530 career touchdowns. Now right below him is Brett Favre at 508. Who knows what will happen in the upcoming season? But you know what? I'm going to call it now. Peyton will remain the king. And that's it for the 9 most impressive Peyton Manning records. But wait, we're not done with you yet. Between Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Dan Marino, Drew Brees, and Tom Brady, who do you think is the most impressive NFL player? Now you already know what our choice is, so let us know yours. And for more cool videos from Total Pro Sports, click subscribe.